What's up, my friends? It's currently 11 degrees and the wind chill is well below -10. We've got a ton of stuff to get done today. We got on the mitts, we got the hat, the gloves, all of the gear. So anyway, let's get some of this stuff knocked out that we need to get done today before it gets even colder. It's Saturday morning, and from what I understand, this is just about the high temperature that we're gonna get until Wednesday. So we got a lot to get done today. Y'all come on. All right, we're gonna start this small generator up, let it run for a while. This thing never really has liked the cold, so we're gonna give it some starter fluid and let this thing run for about 30 minutes or so. Let's see if I can get it to start. I didn't expect that to start. Look, it's starting to snow a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna take that on away from the house a little bit just to let it kind of run, kind of get rid of some of the noise a little bit, and then I've got an issue with my truck that we need to take care of, so I'll take care of that next. Whenever you start those up to run them, you might try to plug a space heater or something like that into it, just to give it a little bit of a load. It's not real good on a generator to just have it run and run and run without some type of load to cycle on and off. I couldn't tell you the science in it. All I know is everything I've heard says you need to have something plugged into that. So I generally just plug in. We've got one of those oil-filled radiator style heaters, electric heaters. I just plug that in and leave that going while I leave it running. I think I might just take a moment real quick and talk about these mittens that I'm wearing. These are just military surplus mittens, and they're cheap, man. They're like, you can get them for under $15 online at several different places. And this is my second pair of these that I've had. I love these things. Now they come with a wool liner in them. That's a mitten with a trigger finger, you know, for the pointer finger. However, I take those out, and I just use a pair of 100% wool fingerless gloves, buy them and then cut them down myself. That way the actual finger part comes up a little higher, and I just wear those inside of here. And that's really nice because for a day like today, when you're out, you know, doing stuff and, you know, getting stuff done, this keeps you incredibly warm, and you don't really give up that much dexterity. I give up less dexterity with these than I do with like a pair of ski gloves or whatever. And on occasion I could, you know, put my finger in there, but normally I just leave it here in the main part of the mitt. And then if there's something that, you know, if I need to hit a keypad or, you know, dig around for something, I just pull them off right quick, and I've got all of the dexterity then. But these right here, I've had these in, you know, well below zero temperatures and been just fine. But these right here, man, they keep your body warm. I mean, crazy warm. I put a lanyard on them so that, you know, I can kick them off and they'll hang there. I can do what I need to do, and it also keeps me from losing them. It would be better if I had some shock cord that was attached right here. I'll probably do that someday. I just haven't done that yet. Man, just take a look at that power plant. They're putting out the steam on those cold days, that's for sure. All right, next up, see that bit of neglect and discouragement? My battery's starting to drain a little bit, so I got to go ahead and clean that off there. I'll go ahead and knock off the worst of it, then I'll disconnect the clamps and go ahead and just clean everything properly. Look, that actually broke. I gotta replace that, man. That sucks. Oh, I should have never let it get this bad. You know, normally I'd just pour some water on this or something like that, but the problem with that today is it's so cold, it's just going to instantly freeze. So we'll scrub this off the best we can, and then I'm going to have to pull it inside and let it warm up a little bit so I can clean it. I didn't realize it was this bad. Well, I've been trying to get that loose. That nut is just completely corroded off, so I'm going to have to replace that whole terminal. I'll put a trickle charger on it until Monday, whenever I can get in and buy me a replacement. Oh well, I could edit that out and just not show it to you, but hey, that's the real world, man. Stuff happens, neglect happens, and it winds up costing some money. Man, y'all got to keep me more accountable than that. That's a little bit embarrassing. Okay, so next we got to do something about this sliding door. It's not closing right. It's just a little off. It's not level. I'll show you what I'm talking about and we'll get that fixed. You see right here, this gray line is. You push this over. See how that closes up down there? Come on down. It's all the way closed up down here. So we need to adjust that. There should be some screws somewhere. We'll find them and get them adjusted. Right next to outside, this track gets pretty dirty, so we'll clean that out before we start, just to make sure that's not causing anything extra. Okay, so it took me a second to figure out which way I need to be turning it, but looks like tightening this raises the back of the door just a little bit. All right, let's check that. Serious question though, am I the only one that has a crescent wrench that closes by itself every time you take it off? Check that. Closed up pretty good down there. Go back to the top and that's pretty good. So I'm gonna call that good right there. Well friends, there's always plenty to do, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today, head back in the house. Today's actually my birthday weekend, so I'm gonna spend a little bit of time with the family, and we'll catch up on all this other stuff some other time. So until then, you guys be safe.